Hi, welcome to Meta Perfume. I got some new perfume. I want to do a haul video and let's get into it. Pacifica is featured prominently here. I got a big haul or order from Pacifica, and it was not the first time I've smelled some of their perfumes, but it's the first time I've actually purchased any, so I'm going to go through those first and then get into the other ones that I've gotten since my last haul video. So yeah, I'm going to go on the Pacifica range from my least favorite to my most favorite. So start with this Tuscan Blood Orange. I gotta say, Pacifica's packaging is lovely. I really like it. It's beautiful. It's so cute, and it's got a little like positive messages on the inside of the box, so that, you know, what does it say? Pleasure is the flower that passes, remembrance the lasting perfume. And this little message here, it's cute. I don't know why I got this big one. I think I'd smelled this before and I knew I liked it, but this is incredibly disappointing to me. This is like an anomaly among perfume. I'll be kind. The most dynamic perfume I think I've ever smelled. That it starts out really great. It's got a really nice orangey, sweet, fruity, strawberry, raspberry kind of thing happening at the very beginning. You can smell it out of the bottle. And then within 5 minutes, I really think Pacifica, you should reformulate this perfume, because within 5 minutes, it starts to smell like fish oil, and it's nauseating and disgusting. And I don't think I will ever be spraying this on my skin again, because the dry down is gross. It's nasty. If you actually wear this perfume and it works with your skin chemistry and you don't think it's nasty, that's awesome. I'm sure, I mean, I can imagine there's got to be some people who buy it and wear it and like it. But for me, this is a good for 5 minutes to gross for the rest of the time. So I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do with this? You know, like, well, I sprayed it on like a little piece of fabric, and then I could smell it for a few minutes, and then I throw that fabric away because it's nasty. I don't want to be around it anymore. So this is the biggest disappointment. It's not that big of a disappointment though, because it's not that expensive. It's like a $22 1-ounce bottle, so it could have been worse. But that Tuscan Blood Orange, reformulate this please. I would maybe get this in a candle and never put this on my skin. It smells good for 5 minutes. That's all I have to say about that. This other one, the next one on the list, is this Himalayan Patchouli Berry, which people really like. I've seen a lot of other people who are into this scent. I think it's more of a winter scent. I'm going to try it again in the winter. And it smells good enough, but I realize there's something about it that is not working for me, and that is, I believe, the geranium note in here. So I know I don't like geranium as a smell, because smelling it as an essential oil, it was always kind of off-putting to me, and this has a note of geranium in it, which I think is what makes it not that appealing to me personally. I know a lot of people love this though. People like crack out on it. So geranium is a balancing essential oil, and I guess it's polarizing. Maybe, you know, you either have a nose for it or you don't. I'm going to try it again in the winter and maybe try some layering combos with this Himalayan Patchouli Berry and see if I can find something that's good. But for now, it's just fine. You know, it's patchouli, but a little sweet, and then the geranium underneath it. If people say it's sexy, has an aphrodisiac quality, and a lot of people are just gaga about it. So if you like it, good on you. The geranium's kind of messing it up for me right now. Let's see. Next, I got this. These packages are so cute. Indian Coconut Nectar. So I got like the Wild Child Trio. You know, it has the Island Vanilla, Indian Coconut Nectar, and then that Himalayan Patchouli Berry in it. So I got one of those, and then this Island Coconut Nectar. This I think also is kind of a winter smell. I mean, people say like, oh, it's coconut, it's kind of beachy, it's kind of islandy. I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of strong. It's a very strong coconut smell, and it's nice. It is kind of like beachy, tropical, coconutty, but I think it's really heavy, and like I would maybe try to put on just like a little bit of it and see how that goes. But honestly, I think it's more of a cold weather scent because of how strong it is. Although that might not be a common opinion. Yeah, Indian coconut nectar, Pacifica. I think it smells good. It's just something I would reserve for the winter time probably, and go pretty light on it because I think it's a bit heavy. And then the Island Vanilla, which is the third one in that Wild Child Trio pack. It's also cute packaging. Pacifica, love the company. Great, out of Portland, Oregon. Great vegan ethos. Adorable packaging. Cruelty-free. Like, good products. So I'm excited to be kind of getting into some of their stuff. This vanilla, Island Vanilla, is a very like true straight up vanilla. To me, it's like a vanilla extracty vanilla, and I feel like this would be a good, this is my most like straight vanilla scent that isn't really complicated, and I think it would be a good layering perfume. I tried it. It's got pretty good longevity. I definitely think it lasted 4 or 5 hours just on its own, and I didn't layer it with anything, but I'm definitely going to play around with it as a layering combination because it's just going to up the vanilla in anything that you think would benefit from that. So yeah, Island Vanilla is a good one from Pacifica. Yummy. And then another roller ball that I got in their main line was the French Lilac. French Lilac, it is very primarily lilac, and then there's like a few other notes. I'll put the notes up, and I think there's Lang Lang and heliotrope and hyacinth. Yeah, so there's some other things that are supporting this. A nectarine note, I think. But it really comes through with just the lilac for me, which is lovely. I love lilac. It's one of my like childhood scents. Let's see this. Oh, cute. And then it reminds me of just the big bushes by my house when I was little. And this is a really true to lilac scent, so I definitely like that I have this in my collection. Oh, it's nice. And the longevity is pretty good. I'd say it's like 3 hours, and then you'd want to reapply maybe 4. But yeah, it's a lovely floral, and I'm not, I said this before, I'm not the biggest on florals, but I really like lilac, and I think this is a really nice lilac scent. So yeah, French Lilac by Pacifica, another one. Next, I have I started layering and I found some good combos, but I'll go into that after I just do them one by one, I think. So then my favorite, I think, of this set of roller balls that I got was this Persian Rose, which another pretty thing. It's just rose and myrrh, and I don't know of any of my other perfumes having myrrh in them, but I like it. I really like it. It's like delicious. It feels like I'm drinking something really, really good, and like, yeah, I really like this Persian Rose. It's rosy, but it's not just rose. It's like supported by that myrrh, and it makes it just a kind of its own interesting thing. There's a lot of rose scents that smell like rose, but this is like a rose scent that has a lot of character, I think, and it's really intoxicating and inviting. It's good. So yeah, Persian Rose by Pacifica, good one. And then I got two of their new line. I don't remember what the line is called, but these guys. I got Sage Me and I got High Vibration. And so this, okay, well, I'm gonna do this in the order. I'm gonna go back to this one. This one, High Vibration. We'll start here because of Sage Me and High Vibration on their own, I like them both a lot, but I think I like the Sage Me the best. So I'll go into this one a little bit first. Now this is like a sweet, it's supposed to be like sandalwood, jasmine, vetiver. To me, it smells like root beer, but not just root beer. It smells like a candy that is flavored with root beer called bottle caps. If anybody's familiar with those, they're little root beer flavored candies. And this to me smells exactly like bottle caps. So it's kind of fun. I mean, it's interesting. It really doesn't smell like any of the notes that they say it has in it though. For me, sandalwood, vetiver, jasmine, like I love all those notes, but to me this just smells like candy, like that root beer candy bottle caps. And it's tasty. And it's got good longevity. It's got at least 3 hours, I'd say. So I was playing around with this and I found a really awesome layering combination. But first I'll talk about Sage Me. So Sage Me, this is definitely my favorite one on its own, straight up, of all of the ones I got from Pacifica. It is like it says, like fresh air, like it's like you're in a mountain forest and it's like you're breathing in the air and it's just so refreshing. Good. I'd say the longevity on this one isn't quite as good as the High Vibration. It's probably 2, maybe 3 hours, but yeah, it's so good. It's just one of those ones I don't even care. I'm gonna just put it on, and I've been just spraying it on randomly because it's so refreshing. It's like getting outside somehow. It's what you smell like. You smell like you're out in the breeze in the forest. It's delicious. Sage Me. I don't get a lot of the smoke. It says it's smoky. I don't get that. I just get like a fresh, clean sage, sweet freshness. And who wants to, put perfume that smells like fresh air? Yeah, that's awesome. Fresh forest air. I like it. So I was playing around with this High Vibration. I'll come back to it. And I found that when I put the High Vibration together with the Persian Rose, I was like in heaven. It was so nice. So if anybody has this one, try layering it with this one, Persian Rose and High Vibration, because on their own, I think they're both really lovely and delicious. But if you put them together, there's just some sort of magic going on right there. And it's just like, oh, I haven't gotten a chance to wear it around anybody to get feedback, but by myself wearing it, it's like so nice. Yeah. And then last night I realized that I also really like the combination of the Sage Me and the French Lilac together. So I started playing around with that, and that is also just really lovely. And I feel like it can be good in any kind of ratio. Like you can make it a little bit more sage heavy and do, a couple sprays of this to like a bit of this, or you can make it more lilac-y with just a hint of sage, and it improves either situation. But they're both so good on their own too. I'm not going to say it's like bad on its own and better with the layering. It's just something different that's also really nice. So yeah, Sage Me plus French Lilac, nice, really nice. So that is it for my Pacifica set. Yeah, and I got, I want to get the rest of them. I put together a card. I haven't bought it. I will. I might soon, but we'll see. Gotta hold off for a little bit. So I also picked up another one of these Acqua Colonia. I had the lime and nutmeg before, and that one is good. I reviewed that in my last haul. And then I picked up this one because I was watching some videos of people going through the line, and people were like all about this one. And it's a really, it's light. Obviously these are all really light. Light Herbie, Basil, Blood Orange. I'd say it's a balance, a pretty good balance of both. You definitely get the basil up front, but the Blood Orange just marries with it really nicely and makes it a pretty unisex thing that's happening. So it's not a sweetness with the orange, but it's definitely present, and mixes really well. And because they were going, reviewers I was watching were really raving about it. I picked up also the shower gel and the lotion of it, because I know that these are light, and so then I could get a little bit more of the scent sort of layering these together. So yeah, these are really nice. Also very like fresh, outdoorsy kind of smell. Herbie, Blood Orange, very nice. And then I picked up, because I have bottle bias and I'm generally prone to buying perfume that I already have the same bottle of, like the same shape, because I like to have a collection of bottles, I guess. I picked up this Italiano Donna, and also the notes. Obviously I was looking at the notes and oops, sort of, figuring out that these are notes that I like. Now this, you know, I have Italiano Donna, I've talked about that before. It's Tonka Heavy Orange, one of my favorites. And then this Italiano Vivo, Italiano Donna Vivo, is a totally different thing. It's its own thing, completely not really related to Italiano Donna. I'm not sure why they kind of tied them together with the branding, but it's different. This I didn't know what to expect. It was a blind buy. It's a raspberry heavy scent that is not sweet. It's kind of musky. So I smell raspberry in a lot of perfumes. I like raspberry as a note, but it's usually in sweet perfumes. And it doesn't really smell like raspberry to me. It just smells like some sort of like fruit smell that's nice. I don't really like associate it with actual smell of raspberry, but this smells like actual raspberries, because raspberries are more sour than sweet, or tart usually than sweet. And so this actually comes across as a raspberry smell that is not sweet, and it's musky. And I've gotten good feedback from other people when I've worn it. They liked it maybe a little bit better than I did, so I started to layer this with some of my other raspberry heavy scents, and I put it together with by Juliet Has a Gun, and it was really good. It just kind of ups the ante on the raspberry and adds a little bit of musk and kind of makes it a little bit fuller of a fragrance when you put those together. So I'm still working with this. It's definitely a kind of a new and unique smell for me. Excuse me. And yes, I like it, and glad I picked it up. It wasn't very expensive. I have the other, I got a full-size bottle of the regular Italiano Donna, and I haven't opened it yet. Just because this is a backup bottle. I have another little one, so now I have two, and playing with those. And then lastly, the last thing, when I was like grabbing perfumes off my little table, I had an accident, and this was full, and then it fell, and then it was like in slow-mo, like all of the juice is like spraying out all over. It didn't break the bottle, but almost all of the fragrance fell onto my floor, and I was so sad, because this fragrance was the reason I bought this set of minis from Giorgio Armani, because I really like it and I really enjoy this scent. So I was like, man, I'm almost out of it now. I gotta get it. I'm gonna get it. And I looked online for a while. I eventually found, it's kind of an expensive thing, like to get the big bottle, but I found a gift set of it and was excited because it was a little bit cheaper than buying just the bottle individually on its own. So I got this Giorgio Armani gift set for Acqua di Gioia, and it's got the full-size one a travel size spray, which is nice. I like the sprays better than the roller balls. And a shower gel and a body lotion. Now, I was pretty upset because when I opened this up, I started smelling these. And honestly, this sample does not smell the same as this bottle, or this travel size, or this lotion. It smells the same kind of as the shower gel. But it's got a different ratio of lemon to mint, and I had other people check on this and they agreed with me that this is more minty and less lemony, and this is more lemony and less minty. So there's some inconsistency in this fragrance that is saddening, because while I like it, it's not bad. I still kind of like it. I definitely like it in this version so much better, and they should be the same. So it's kind of sad. It's a little bit like, oh man, there's the pitfall of like you can't get consistency in a fragrance. I don't think this is old. I think that this might just be the normal one, and this was kind of an anomaly, and so I was smelling it thinking like this is how it smells, and it just doesn't smell this way usually. It smells like this. It's fine. It's just a little bit more lemony than I expected. And I can do lemon, but generally only pretty early in the morning. Like for me, lemon wakes me up. I've got a combination of lemon scents that I've been doing like first thing in the morning that lasts like 1 hour, and instead of coffee, I've got lemon perfume because it's invigorating. But this was kind of a disappointment, just being that it's not the same as what I was wanting. And I spent a pretty penny on the set. The shower gel is good. You know, I'm not sad that I have it. I'll probably use it up, but just wish it was consistent across the sizes. So that's my haul, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't, and activate the that thing if you want to see when I get my post my videos. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Take care. Be well. Bye.